My name is Juma Al Haj, and I consider myself an expressionist painter. I consider it as deconstructed text, getting down to the root and the meaning behind text. I started painting because I needed something to do. Obviously, I started painting again, and I picked up the hobby again. It was a sporadic hobby before, and then I started experimenting with different paintings, and I started getting different canvases and canvas sizes, and suddenly it just took off from there. I mean, the technique got more refined as I started going. I don't profile myself as a calligrapher. I would probably profile myself as an expressionist that tries to portray emotion in a way that is global. I portray myself as an artist that tries to bring in all the different facets and the different cultures and things and experiences I went through in life to get to this point. The idea of a large-scale sculpture has been on my mind for a few years now. And it's just a natural progression of what I have on canvas from a 2D surface to a 3D surface. It allows me to express the thoughts and ideas I have in a more relatable way, perhaps, and it also gives something more substantial and tangible. I love having paintings, but paintings sometimes can be overlooked. However, a sculpture in a large scale makes people stop and stare, and that's what I'm excited about in having this large-scale sculpture commissioned and created. I usually paint and I use canvas, and one of the things that comes with the canvas, if you buy ready-made canvas, is these wooden wedges that are on the back of the canvas, and they look something like this as a specific shape. They always come in a packet in the back of the canvas. So I liked their look and feel, and I started experimenting with these pieces. And to me, they looked like quotation marks. And I kept on playing with them this way, and I kept on repeating them. And I didn't get to a specific result in the first time I started experimenting. So I started experimenting with different materials. And I got a huge metal sheet and laser cut these sheets out. And this is the outcome right here, but still there was something missing. They felt too fragmented, and words, like are a combination of letters. So to me, it felt like I needed to experiment with a number of these shapes in order to create something as substantial as words. Then I got to creating them out of acrylic. The acrylic pieces had another dimension to them. I started notching them in different places to understand how I can place them together. They dictate how you live your life. They're always with you. The memory of these words is always with you. They build your personality. So in essence, that crystallization is something that's not tangible or seen. So I wanted to create that as a tangible form and structure in this prototype. And I kept them clear in this specific prototype because I wanted to see the experimentation of light, where that comes in from light ideas, light thoughts, dark thoughts, and see how these different crystal formations can influence your thought process. And then finally, since these different crystal formations, they have such a profound impact on our lives, I thought to experiment with size and see how big I can go with them, because again, these words have a huge impact on our lives, and they have a huge impact on people who come across them. My paintings have a very text-like theme, and that text-like theme is very familiar to the viewer. So people feel connected to the work. I'm very happy that this project and my first sculpture is taking place at Mleha, at Sharjah, at Mleha specifically, because I've always had a soft spot for Sharjah, because it's my home, it's my hometown, and I feel that we were the pioneers in culture and arts, and I would like to really be part of that. I've always imagined this structure as a monument in the middle of an empty field, and having the Mleha desert as the backdrop for this project, representing the brain and how empty our brains can be sometimes, but with a specific crystallized shape or structure that forms specific ideas in our mind, gave the perfect, tangible, physical backdrop and environment for having this sculpture built and erected within this environment. Especially with this year's theme with the quote, "What you seek is seeking you." It seemed like the perfect opportunity to showcase such a structure, because the quote reflects the search of truth, and we generally always search for the truth within our thoughts and within our surroundings, and what crystallizes in our mind is our version of the truth.